Can I build one more yet? I can. So that's going to give me 5. Why don't you go work on something else and I'll take over for you.
So, yes, here it is. We still need to wait a little for the brain cells to mature fully. How long? 3 days, according to the instructions we got. Once they're ready, you can call a meeting and communicate your decision to everybody. Do you scan the brain for the mutation? Yes, it's all clear. And the cortex shows no signs of activity,
I thought I was going to talk
good.
to him about the...
What happens then? We extract the brain tissue, process it according to Maxwell's formula,
implants,
and
but instead it's
start
putting me into this
administering the treatment.
cutscene.
Of course, we will have to dispose of the body. Whoa! What the fuck? Looks like I didn't use enough sedative. Let me just, there. Damn it. I hope it didn't activate the cortex. What if it did? What do we do now? Just take a deep breath, okay? I've used enough sedative to put a horse to sleep. So even if his cortex did light up for a moment, it's inactive now. And I'll make sure it stays that way.
God, he's like a caveman.
Look, we can't get thrown off balance.
I have no
Not
idea,
now,
Jerome.
when we're
I've heard
so close.
that it's between 30 and 40 hours long. So, what I read was each act is 30 days. We're in Act 2. We're at the 50-day mark. So we're coming to the end of Act 2. But you have 30 days per act. So it's 90 days in total, and we're 50 days in. So, yeah, I mean, technically we're like at the halfway point-ish.
I know, but I'm having some real doubts about this. I mean, are we doing the right thing? It's a way to cure us. Still, those brain cells need time to mature, so if you want to look for an alternative, be my guest, as long as you're ready with it in 3 days.
I have the alternative right here.
After that, it's this or
I have
nothing.
the chips.
We can't wait any longer, however brutal this is.
But then we still have to make a decision as a team.
I get it.
So can I talk to him again?
Hey, so... I'm guessing you received instructions from Lena about an alternative solution to our problem. I want you to know that I have those implants ready. A nanoparticle
The best sedative
treatment,
is
yes,
a wooden
that's
mallet.
fine.
Man.
But the device itself, highly questionable. It would mean exposing us to Ally Corp. I won't lie to you. Yes. I see. Of course, they'd have to find out about it sooner or later, right? But this? Look, I can clearly see why Lena talked you into this. She has no idea what's going on here. We're just an abstract problem for her. But on an empirical level, I'm not so sure it's a good idea. Honestly, I have doubts too. Understandably so. We'd be giving them access to our brains. And I'm not really keen on doing that, especially considering we have other options. What if it concerned you? Would you inject a tracking device for convicts into your own brain?
I think the interesting thing is, like, I think from an explorer standpoint, explorers need to be intrepid. And intrepid sometimes means not being bound by the civilities of modern society. Because if you're stranded on the ocean in a wooden ship in 1632 and there's a mutiny on board, um, because someone's upset that they're not getting enough grog and they're tired about drinking water, or the ship is becalmed, but you need to keep everyone calm, cool, and collected so that we can survive until the winds pick up. It is far better to deal with the solution in a manner that would not be civilized in order to keep the the good of everyone at safe, than to deal with things in it. Because if you go into, oh well, we have to have a trial and we have to have a committee and we have to vote and all this other stuff, too many cooks in the kitchen can lead to very, very bad outcomes. And sometimes in those situations, there are times when you need to make decisions based on instinct, logic, and not based on emotional, civilized rules and laws. So, I mean, I get it. Like, we need rules, and we need laws. We need those things to stay away from anarchy. But I think when it comes to exploration, um, it's the needs of the many. Yeah, it's the needs of the many outweigh the one for sure. So it's a weird thing. Like, if we're all safe and we're living in the commune and everything's going good, and we've got water and food, and someone's crying because they're not able to watch a movie. You're like, I'm bored. Oh my. Well, you know what? Go lift some weights. Well, I don't want to lift some weights, and then you get some deviant, who's over there like a peeping tom, you know, who's like, maybe he needs a slap on the wrist, and so he stops peering through people's windows and cranking one out. You put him in the jail cell for a couple of weeks. That's civilization. Okay, you've got the time and the space to act in a civilized manner to deal with that situation. But if you're at sea and somebody is doing something that's going to cause everyone to potentially die, you're going to have to deal with that situation in a much less civilized manner, because the survival, and that's the difference. Survival versus comfort. So when you're in survival mode, there are decisions you have to make when you're in survival mode that are different than the decisions you make when you're in comfort mode and you're acting civilized and you have the comfort of being civilized. That's a great, yeah. Out at space, stranded on a desert planet, stuck on a wooden ship in the middle of the sea with no communications, and yeah, man, time and place, time and place. Oh man. I don't like any of these options. I don't know that I would trust Lena, and it wouldn't be that I would never do it. Like, if it was the only thing to survive, and I don't care about ethics here, so I don't really like the ethical option. I'm just gonna say I'll put my trust in Lena.
If it were me, I'd put my trust in Lena. Would you trust her superiors, though? With what's most valuable to you, your mind, your sanity.
Good point.
So, you think we should go ahead with Tabula Rasa? All I'm saying is that you should decide responsibly, with the potential consequences for all of us in mind. I guess I'll need to think about it some more then. Well, we still have time before our meeting. You can think about the pros and cons of each solution. I wouldn't be able to start the treatment at once anyway. I'm not an expert on nanoparticle meds, but I do know we need to give the healing agent time to mature before it can be used. Will it be ready for our meeting? It has to be.
It has to
We
be.
can't
That's the
afford to
key.
lose more time. Okay. Good. Let's do that. So, did you manage to recreate your lost research? Yes, I did. I was worried I wouldn't remember everything correctly, but amazingly, it was all still there. Neatly aligned and perfectly organized in my head. Almost reminded me of how Father made us arrange our toys when we were a kid. Great. Can we get back to relevant work now? That's a very ignorant remark. There is no such thing as irrelevant scientific work, and to prove it, let me surprise you. I'm all ears. Listen to this. While I was reconstructing my equations, I realized that
Oh,
by
I
tweaking
don't
a
care.
parameter, the rad shield filters. In light of my findings, we can
Okay, this is
manufacture
what
them in a
matters.
much more efficient way.
Okay, I like
It's
that.
remarkable. Because theoretically...
Sure. Let's push forward from now on.
Well, let's just... We have a mission on it. I know, but...
Okay, great for you. Good for you.
Jan, we need to discuss something.
Oh my god, everybody has needs. Botanist. I'm not allowed to talk.
I wish I got to try Para Joe's?
I guess we can watch a movie together.
Parahodas. Lemon leaves coated in dough and fried.
Body
I
swap.
heard they're an incredible delicacy.
I've never watched a movie with my clones before. Let's do it. Watching movies in Social Room is a group activity. Watch a movie where it takes 3 hours, gives your alters an emotional boost. So you could actually sit here and watch it with them?
A mysterious old clone made Michael live as Paul, and Paul as Michael. But
Pass me
now
another
they
beer,
swap
please.
back.
Cheers.
This has gotta be the dev team.
Are their lives forever changed?
So now you see what fools you once were. Have
Like
you
the
become
Wicked Witch
new
from
men
Wizard of
now
Oz.
that you've seen the world through another person's eyes?
Yeah. No, yeah, totally. All right. Now that that's over, we gotta talk. Yes, talk. Your body is so weird. Exactly. Yours too. I didn't realize that just being a little shorter would be so disorienting. Being left-handed for a second was nuts. I didn't know ink smear was such a thing.
Hey, but could we talk about how you were fools and how you realize how difficult the other person's job was in its own way?
Yeah. Dude, colors. Oh my god, colors. Colors! Oh my god, colors. Like, I look through your eyes and all the colors are different. I literally wasted the entire first day, didn't go to your daughter's piano recital, because I was stuck staring at this patch
Shrug.
of grass that I knew was green and everyone would agree is green, but inside of you it looked like what I would call blue. Does that make sense? Yeah, totally. Like, I finally put back on your wedding band, and the gold looked green. It really messed up my sense of, like, objective reality. Which of our reds is,
Colorblind.
like, the real red? I feel like both of them are, right? If we both can point to a thing and then agree that it's red, then it's red, right? I don't know. Big thing I realized, I don't know a lot about science.
Ha! But also, if we could bring it back in, you have come to understand your lives in earth-shaking new ways, right?
Yeah, I'm probably a better person. Mm-hmm. Whole new man.
I knew it! Yes, please, regale me with the wondrous things you've learned.
We will. We just swap bodies, though.
No, I understand that.
Actual bodies. Like, think about that. Like,
But-
no, think about it. Think about it. Like, actual literal body. Think about that. Think about that. Dude, you taste differently. I used to love salmon, but salmon was so gross in your mouth. Blueberries sucked in your mouth. Vision sucked in your eyes. Everything was just so blurry. I feel like you need glasses, man. No, it's not that bad. No, it's bad. It's not that bad. I just got a little bit of, like, screen fatigue. I don't think it's screen fatigue. I look at screens all the time. Okay, maybe I look more. I don't know. You should get Flux on your screen. What is it? It's this app that you can get where it's timed to, like, the sunset, and then it adjusts your light. I think it goes from, like, a blue to an orange base, like a tungsten. Okay.
Paul, you thought that web was going to solve all of your problems, but now you learned that happiness is found with...
Dude, have you talked to anybody about that, like, little twinge in your abdomen? Oh, that flagged for you? Listen, I don't want to, like, worry you about it or anything. I would just talk to a doctor if I were you. Okay.
Michael, what did living in Paul's body teach you about your relationship with your sin with me, Father?
Man, your body is so fatigued.
Come on,
I don't let myself fall asleep. Like, I'll start
So
watching
stupid.
TV and then, like, another episode. Well, I got you a consistent 8 hours every night, so see how that affects your sleep cycle. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I'll try to keep that going.
We're talking about sleep. This is just like third after weather and traffic.
Oh, dude. Hey, not to be weird, but... Oh, same page. Nice dick.
All right, you know, forget
Nice
it, guys.
dick.
I'm just gonna go back to my cave for another
God, that was
300
awesome.
years, studying the stars, reading smoke signals to teach you two idiots a life-changing lesson.
Oh,
Let's talk
man.
about the friggin' size of your dicks.
It's not even a size thing.
Oh, seriously? What a waste on you idiots! You'll never know how hard this was for me. Wait a second. Yes, you will. Humana, humana, humana,
You're shitting.
Now you fools will finally see... Oh, your blue's my brown.
Right? Absolutely, body positivity, but I feel disgusting.
That was actually pretty cool. So
Right.
now I gotta watch the other films at some point, because
I wish I got to try Papara.
they're all gonna be different, right?
What? Papara...
That was funny.
Hey, you wanted to talk? Yeah. So, I heard you're in touch with Lena about our problem? You did. I just want to say, asking her for help is the smartest move. You're gonna do as she says, right? I have doubts. Involving more people from the corporation could be risky. Lena won't let them harm us. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, I don't think Lena has any
You
control.
seem to be getting along much better now, aren't you? Yeah. But I'm keeping it strictly professional. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So, you're not thinking of getting back together with her?
Dude, lay off.
Maybe. Who knows? Well, in that case, there's something you need to know. I think it's only fair you should know how much deeper your relationship could have been.
This guy's
What do
kind
you
of
mean?
creepy.
You see, we were... I mean, she was... the one who was supposed to go on this mission. She was the head of the hydroponic farms project. I was just helping her out in the lab. She was so excited about taking her solutions to a base like this. She wanted to go so badly. But she failed her medical test.
I'm gonna do stretches while this guy's talking.
And you agreed? To leave her behind? I mean, it must have been something serious. Was she sick? Yeah, it was serious. She was pregnant. Oh,
Prego.
I only learned about it the night before takeoff. She didn't want to raise my hopes because it was still such an early stage. We'd been trying before, but every time it ended all too soon. The disappointment was unbearable. And yeah, I can't say it didn't put our marriage to the test. But this time, we were really hoping for a breakthrough. Thing is, I'll never get to know if we were right.
Maybe you were spared another disappointment.
Shit. That must feel terrible. You know, for a moment, I even thought I could somehow bring it all back when all this ends. That was before the MRI scan. Funny. I never thought being a father would become so important to me. What about you? Did you ever think about it? No. Never. Why not?
Dude. We got a mission.
Because of how our dad was.
This is the one
never
thing I
wanna
will
do
say.
that
I
to a
love
kid.
the storytelling in this game,
I
but
get you.
from
I was
a
just as
leadership
scared as you of
position,
becoming like him.
as someone who has
But Lena
managed
made me realize
teams and
I'm a
companies and everything,
different
I
man.
would not know.
You should have seen her beaming that night she told me. This
Task.
could be it, Jan. she said.
Task.
I'll
Task
never
in
forget
hand,
the look on
man.
her face.
I am
I
not
was
a
supposed to get a
shrink.
good night's sleep before the launch, but we just talked the hours away, laughing and
We got
remembering
shit
old
to
times.
do. Come on.
Until
We
at
got to
3 in
get
the
the water
morning, we
filters
ended up
made so that
seeing
we
a
can get this
big
shit moving
green
so that we
tractor.
don't die from sun
Oh,
radiation.
man.
And the
Yeah,
brain things that are
that's
going to
right.
kill you. We got to get to the
The
lab.
unforgettable hit of our mountain road trip. That trip. Man, that must have been in another life. We were crazy,
No,
young, and in
it's
love.
starting to get a little, yeah,
And broke.
it's a little.
Remember that rundown car we borrowed from
I
Leona's uncle?
understand that this
Yeah.
is an
All
integral
it
part
had
of the
for
game,
radio was an
but
old
I just
CD
want to
player
skip this
and one
dialogue because it's
CD.
just like,
And
guys,
the
we have
opening
got shit to
track,
do,
Big Green Tractor. It made us laugh so much we played
and
it
I
on
don't want it
repeat.
to take away from
Yeah.
the amazing work that Alex
Those were
did
the times.
on all these
That trip
characters
was where Letta
as a
bought
voice
us
actor.
that cheesy shepherd's
But
axe.
from a mission
Remember?
control standpoint, I'm just like, shut up.
Yeah.
I just
You know, I
watched a
even
movie
packed
with
it
you.
on this mission
Shut up.
to remind me of her. Hey, you didn't by any chance have the same idea? No. Sorry, I didn't. Oh yeah, stupid me. I got so immersed in memories I almost forgot you two split up. I guess I'm just
I guess
trying
it's a
to
great
hold
time
on
to
to
just keep doing
anything
my
real
exercises.
and tangible. I packed so many things that reminded me
Actually,
of her.
yesterday,
I'm left with nothing.
the power went out for like 3 hours
But,
last night, so we played.
Of
Chris and I
course,
played
there's
cards.
no way that axe could materialize from another life where
Just
it
saw
wasn't,
these on the desk.
well,
My wife
valued
cheats at
so
cards.
much.
She
Anyway,
cheats at
thanks for
cards, guys.
talking. I'm glad I got it off my chest.
She doesn't actually cheat at cards. Like the power went out yesterday from the storms, and we have like 7 days in a row of storms happening. So we'll see if it
I
happens
heard
again
they're
today.
incredible.
It was funny. I did that second stream yesterday, and like about 5 minutes after I stopped the stream, like what is with the gloom and less joy after that movie? Y'all suck. Anyway, like 5 minutes after the stream last night, all the power just went. Blit. Can we make? I'm out of rupidium. That's not good. I don't think I can make. Okay. We do need minerals, but I also need to find a rupidium. Mission assignments. We need somebody going and mining the. You're on the minerals. Okay, we're good. Alright, we're good. We're fine. But I gotta go find rupidium. You need a cattle prod with this lot. Oh, we have to attend the meeting in the kitchen and announce our decision. Oh, they've gathered in the kitchen. I guess we're gonna do that right now. Here we go. I'm assuming this is
Okay,
gonna end
people.
poorly no matter what decision I make.
I wanted to hold this meeting to tell you that, well, we finally might have a cure for your condition. Okay, let's hope it's a good one. Let's hold off celebrating till we hear it.
Do I get to tell them about both, or is it gonna make me choose? I did not save before I came up here. Yeah, but it didn't autosave. We should be okay. So I can go back to the autosave. Right? That's day 51. Let's do that as a secure save before I make this decision.
We can use a treatment based on healthy brain tissue. For that purpose, we'd need to use the tabula rasa you've probably all seen occupy a space in the womb. So, you decided to go down that path. Great! Why don't you just hand us over for experiments already? Let's be rational. Since we already have the tabula rasa, I say we use it. what else are we gonna do with an awareness-free body? Use it. I don't like the sound of that. He's an alter, just like us. Even if he has no memories, how can we be sure he doesn't feel anything? I agree that we should be rational. It's just that there's something so cold-blooded about this. I feel it's a line.
This
we
guy
shouldn't
knows what a
cross,
heroic dose is.
because once we do, there's no going back. Just tell me we're not doing this.
So everybody
We're not
dislikes the
taking
option
his
except
brain
for the
out.
doctor.
It's sickening. We have an alternative. Neural implants. It's a safe and efficient solution, but you'll need to agree to have a corporate device fixed in your heads. We've got nothing to hide, do we? Maybe we just need to not think about it so much. We haven't done anything wrong. Why should we be afraid? Let's stop wasting time and get on with it. We knew from the start we weren't born into a fairy tale. Exactly. We weren't born into a fairy tale. Because we weren't born at all. We were just created to prolong this loser's meaningless life. Truth is, there is no good way out of this mess.
Is he gonna cause a rebellion?
The branching
Uh-oh. He might be dying right in front of us.
was, from the start, it was,
Is he gonna just die in front of us?
Make way for the doctor. Is he unconscious? He's breathing. Get him some water. It's getting worse. We need a cure now.
So I'm being forced to make
What's
a
your
decision.
call?
Everybody seems to want to go for the corporate solution. No one likes tabula rasa except for the doctor. The doctor's the only, not the doctor, sorry, the scientist. The scientist is the only one approving of Maxwell's treatment. Everybody else wants me to do they're all like, we have nothing to hide, but they're not thinking about the long term of like, they could just order 66U and screw it. Neural implants
I
it
blame
is.
my money on Lena's idea. Good. I'll gather everyone and inject the neural implants in their heads.
And then we get to deal with
Let's
the
hope this works.
body in the womb with our caveman.
All right. Let's see. This should go here. And... Are you okay? I think so. At least it's not causing me any physical discomfort. And it looks like it didn't kill me. Maybe I underestimated Lena. Great. Maybe in time you'll just be able to forget about it. What's done is done. All that matters now is whether we can continue our mission safely. Time to get the others, I suppose. I'll leave you to it.
Well, for better or for worse, you made a choice that will have a strong impact on the relationship with alters. While some approve of your decision, others feel strong against it. Those will have a permanent effect on their attitude towards you. Permanent effect. Dude, I got another storm coming in 5 days. Are you shitting me? Yeah, I don't trust Maxwell. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I don't have enough rupidium for anything. So I gotta find some rupidium. Alright, I've got the doctor on the outpost. His face is twisted with hatred. It seems there's nothing you can do to change that. That sucks. Yep, it's 11-bit studios. Yep, yep, yep. Yep, yep, yep. God, everybody's depressed. Well, There's nothing I can do about any of that. All I know is I need rupidium. Because I have none. And I need minerals, which they are going to work on mining. Yeah, I think my objective at this point is going to be to find more rupidium for everybody. Because I'm going to need it to get to the next stage. And the problem is I don't think I have enough. Because I need to make another one of those neutralizer towers, but I need 160 minerals. We've got plenty of metal. We're good on that front, but I need minerals. I need lots of minerals, and I gotta find a rupidium outpost. I don't think I have found any yet that I could potentially mine. What was this up here? Shallow metals. I didn't even know automatic outposts were a thing. I'm assuming that's something you research. Yep, right there. Yep, that might be something to do, but I would need another planetary sample to get it. Cool. Well, that's going to be where we wrap this morning's session of the altars. We're going to be moving over to Dune Awakening now. Make sure that I don't know if they dropped a patch last night. Open up Steam here. Double check all the things. If you're on Twitch, 10-15 minutes we should be back live. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll need to refresh in about 10-15 minutes, or just pay attention to the Discord and all the social medias. I'll have links up here in a bit. I'm going to run around the house, do some quick exercises, check in with Chris, check in on all the animals, see if there's any storms close nearby, and then we'll be back with Dune Awakening in a little bit.